Hi people, back again. I see today, or yesterday I think it was, a file sharing site in that is in Hong Kong, I think. Well, anyway, the guy's been arrested in New Zealand for web piracy, one of the biggest file sharing sites. What was it called? megaupload.com. Reported to have 150 registered users and about 50 million hits a day. Now the guys have been, the company is based in Hong Kong, that's right, yeah. But the guy who owns it lives in New Zealand. And they've been arrested, him and some of his other workers, or some of these other people that probably shareholders in the, well, not shareholders, but company directors or whatever. The police seized, shut the headquarters down in New Zealand, seized their assets, a lump of cash apparently, it was in bank accounts, have seized the whole lot. And taken these people off the internet. Now what I mentioned in a video last night about charging people to be on the internet, $5 or $10 or whatever. I mean, these people have got 150 million registered users. Now what I mentioned the other night was charge a fee of $5 or $10. If you charge $5 a month, and these people have got 150 million registered users, that's $750 million a month coming to that company. Now I mentioned that $5 could go into a pool separate from the company and be divvied out to people that own copyright to all the stuff that's being downloaded and uploaded and whatever else is happening. The music industry and the film industry say it's costing copyright holders at least $500 million US. I suppose that's a year, I would say. But if they charge $5 to be able to upload and download and do whatever you else want to do through a company like this with 150 million registered users at $5 a month, like I just mentioned, that's 750 million a month. So what I mentioned last night about this being freedom of speech and not really to do with copyright issues. It's all about trying to cut off people that are getting too much power, too much money, have too much to say, telling people the truth about things. I mean, just think in your own mind. what I just said about these people have got 150 million registered users, and the film and music industry are whinging about 500 million for a year. You know, it's like I said, it's not about copyright. It's about freedom of speech. It's about taking anybody they want to take off the internet. I mean, what right, really? What's happened is this music and film industry in America have cracked on to the American authorities. Obviously, they're in. They've got the government in their pockets to try and pass these bills, get this bill anyway through Congress, and made into law, so that they can basically attack anybody they like worldwide. Now, obviously, the FBI or whoever was involved has got onto the New Zealand police and asked them to go and raid these people. And, I mean, look, every country, or supposedly, we're supposed to have our own laws, our own regulations, and rule ourselves. But this all gets back to this, what I'm on about in every video lately. There's one world power, there's one world order, there's one world rule. That's where all this stuff's coming from. The Americans seem to think that they are the world policing body, where they can go anywhere in the world and dictate to the countries, the governments of those countries, to you know, close down this, close down that, arrest this person, arrest that person. I mean, they're trying to extradite, is that the word? Whatever it is. These guys back to America. The same as what they're trying to do with the guy that formed WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, an Australian citizen who's in Britain. They're trying to get him back to America. These people will probably end up in that what's that place where they take all the supposed terrorists and torture them and do whatever else? Guantanamo Bay or whatever it's called. Obama was supposed to have closed that down. He said he would close it down when he got into government. It's still operating. So these guys will probably end up there if they manage to get them back to America. I mean, like I mentioned, everybody has their own laws and regulations in every country. So what gives the right of the American government to try and extradite these people to America? Not even American citizens. But like I said, it's those figures I just mentioned. Just ask yourself. You know, that's one of the, I don't know how big it was. One of the biggest websites anyway, one of the biggest file sharing things. But imagine how many registered users YouTube would have. You know, they've probably got double or triple. Any of the big sites you go on, Facebook, I don't know how many registered people Facebook would have, but any of these sites, Twitter, whatever. But this guy, 150 million registered viewers. I mean, you're never going to stop piracy in Asian countries, like say China. There's a lot of piracy goes on there, anywhere in Indonesia, Malaysia. But here again, like I've mentioned about this one world government, this one world power, about taking down the middle class and people in the Western world. That's all of us people. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. I see the bill that they're trying to push through Congress in America. A lot of people have that supported it earlier on have pulled away from it. It's supposed to be go to vote on Tuesday. Be interesting to see what happens, whether it gets passed or not. But really, it doesn't matter whether it gets passed or not. They've already shut the site down and arrested these guys. So I mean, they just make their own bloody laws. So everybody is like I said, it gets back to having no rights. If they want to come and get you, they'll come and get you. Anyway, that's my feelings on the matter. Everybody keep a close eye on it and see what happens, because like I said, a lot of you guys that are making a living on the internet, that living is well, it's going to get harder and harder. Night voice, catch you.